follow us out of the safety of the light and into the fear-filled night, an ominous world of back rooms and dark alleys, the world of the Blue Cowl. Tonight's adventure, the case of the Crumbling Victory.
Vamos al paradiso.
Are you sure this will be close enough, Maxwell? It's colder than a Coca-Cola out there tonight.
More than close enough. I don't want to risk you being seen. I won't be out there long.
Be careful, darling.
No need to worry, Noreen. Denny is harmless. A good man who always provides me with good information. I'm sure he can provide us with a clue to your brother's whereabouts.
I can hardly dare to hope.
Don't give up, dear. I haven't.
I wish this car had a better heater. I feel the breath of a storm.
Sure, it's typical of the Blue Cowl to leave his best lad freezing his keister off in the dark alley in the middle of the night. He himself will be as late for his own funeral, he will.
Not for a while yet, I hope. Sorry to keep you waiting, Denny. I missed my trolley.
Off your trolley, more like it, my boy. I'd say you're looking well if you weren't wearing a mask.
You could use one yourself, old man.
Oh, and Kate will look up to you, too. Can we get on with it, then? I got a jar of the black stuff waiting for me back at McMurphy's Tavern.
You have information about the man I'm looking for?
Aye, to be sure. A laddie-da-blue blood, as you say. And looking for Chicago lightning. And talking the revolutionary talk.
That's him. Do you know where I can find him?
Peabody Square is where's he been seen. But he's got some shady meeting set up for tomorrow night at 9 o'clock.
What kind of meeting? Where? With who?
These things I do not know, me lad. All I know is what I heard by the friend of a friend. Meet me, he tells the man, at the VDP2 at 9 sharp.
Nothing else?
I only wish I had more.
All right then, Hold on.
Hold on to what now?
We're not alone.
And who's with us, may I ask?
I don't know. We're being watched. It's time for you to leave here, my friend, and I thank you again for your help.
It's nothing at all. But see here, Blue Cowl, I don't like the guns and the bombs. Me mother and my father, rest their souls, went through hell and high water to bring me here from the old sod, and I'll not see that happen in this country.
I'll take care of it, Denny. I promise you.
See that you do, my boy. See that you do.
Take care of yourself.
To be sure. And may you, Blue Cowl, be in heaven a half hour before the devil knows you're dead.
All right. You can come out now.
It pleases me to respond to your kind invitation, sir. You should be aware, though, that my right hand, buried as it is deeply in the pocket of this fine fur coat, is holding a very ladylike pearl-handled revolver. Neither are other parts of my body entirely unarmed.
Don't worry, I'm more afraid of you than you are of me. Who are you, and why are you hiding in a dark alley in the middle of the night?
You have the honour of addressing Dame Commander Pandora Whipple, Directorate of Military Intelligence, Section 6, and I am here in the service of His Majesty, King George.
I see. Can you prove any of that?
How quaint. The man in black with the blue mask is asking me for a letter of introduction. I love Americans.
All right, then. Do you mind telling me exactly what in this alley is of interest to King George?
I don't mind at all, since you ask so nicely. I'm looking for a chap who caused a spot of trouble back in London and fled to the colonies. He's a bit of a fascist, and we think he plans to return with some souvenirs in the forms of guns and ammunition.
I'm looking for a man who's cut from the same cloth.
Yes, and I think your chap knows something about my chap.
So, you know who I am?
Did I mention that I'm with British intelligence?
Can you share any of that intelligence?
I did happen to overhear one half of a telephone conversation. Not to be nosy, mind you, but purely in the interests of world peace, that I believe was related to the meeting tomorrow night. The words crumbling and victory were bandied about. Not much in the way of context, though.
So, we have Crumbling, Victory, and VDP-2.
Quite. Does any of that mean anything to you?
Nothing at all.
More research to be done, then.
We should work together on this. Where can I reach you if I need to?
Through the British consulate in Cambridge. That's your Cambridge, of course. And where might I reach you?
Through Dinny.
Very good, then. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other errands to run for king and country.
Just a moment. I have a few more questions. Gone. She does that better than I do.
Here's your coffee, Maxwell, hot and black. But we should get dinner. I'm starving.
It's almost time for breakfast, darling.
So it is. We've been keeping the strangest hours lately. But we must find Daltrey before the police do.
He did commit murder.
But if the police find him first, he'll get the chair. We can lock him up in the family retreat in Franconia. We can get him doctors. We can... Oh, I don't know.
All right. Well, it won't matter unless we can figure out where he'll be tomorrow night. Tonight, that is, at 9 o'clock.
Yes. Yes, we must. Tell me again.
Dinny's information was that he had a meeting at VDP-2. Dame Commander Whipple's helpful contributions were the words crumbling and victory.
Crumbling victory. That is what my life has become.
It's always darkest before the dawn, Noreen. And the dawn is coming in just over an hour. We've never failed before, and we won't fail when it matters most.
Never say die. That's my Maxwell. Let's not waste any more time, then. We'll make duck soup out of this like we always do.
And that's my Noreen. All right. Let me think. We might start with the premise that the V in VDP stands for victory.
Okay, good. What does that give us? Victory DP. Victory Department of Police. Is there a town in Massachusetts named Victory? What about Victory Division of Personnel or something? Do the feds have anything like that?
No to both.
Wait a minute. Just wait a minute.
What are you thinking?
When I was a young girl, my father took me over to Squantum to see Harriet Quimby in an air show. It was the day she was killed. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, I was there too. I was 11 years old. I cried myself to sleep that night. What makes you think of that now?
It's the Naval Reserve Air Station now, but for a few years there was a shipyard there.
That's right. My uncle served on one of the destroyers that was built there.
It was called the Victory Destroyer Plant.
Victory Destroyer Plant. VDP. You've hit the 10-penny nail on the head, darling. If I remember correctly, there are still old storage buildings from the shipyard days on the grounds. They've been in disuse for years. Abandoned.
And crumbling.
We are looking for building number 2.
Hot socks! We did it again.
I'll call Uncle Lamont. He'll be able to tell us exactly where to find it.
The snow is getting heavier, Maxwell. It's turning into a regular blizzard out there.
Bad weather for flying a blimp. But according to Uncle Lamont, that's exactly what's happening tonight. The ZRS-6 Omaha is here to pick up a supply of military ordnance and transport it down the eastern seaboard. It's scheduled to launch shortly after 9 o'clock.
Then this isn't just a meeting.
No, darling, it's a hijack. Look, there, pull over.
Yes, I see it. Beyond those trees and the fence. Storehouse number 2. And I can see light between the cracks of the boarded-up windows. They've started the plan big without us.
Without me, darling. You wait here and try to keep warm.
The Blue Cowl takes over now.
This is decidedly not cricket. What sort of a madman have I engaged? Do you really believe that you can commandeer an American airship single-handedly?
Without breaking a sweat. They've all gotten lazy. It's been too many years since the war. We'll be in the gondola and in control of the cockpit before they know what hit them.
But such boldness! Surely we need more men.
It'll be like eggs and coffee. Or do you want to forget it and go home to your tea and crumpets?
Here now, you're in my employ. Show proper respect.
You're not paying me half enough for that, kid.
Then I'll pay you more.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you?
Well, if it isn't Daltrey Lane, the poor little rich boy. I thought you were dead, Butter and Egg.
Hardly. I'm made of sterner stuff than that. Be that as it may, I have a proposition for you, seeing as how you took my money and I never got my guns.
You'll have to talk to the Blue Cowl about that.
His day will come, but for right now, I want what's on that dirigible.
Pardon me, gentlemen. I do hate to interrupt, but I've come to inform you that tonight's plans for air piracy have been called off, and not due to the inclement weather.
Who's this now?
What?
This is supposed to be an abandoned warehouse, lady.
Oh, indeed. I'm afraid I've ruined the evening for you. Can't be helped, though. I'm here on behalf of King George to extend a rather firm invitation to Mr. Montague Philby.
Shoot her, Gatling!
You're out of your mind, kid.
You're a mercenary in my employ. You will shoot her.
There's not enough money in the world to make me shoot a dame.
Now there's a true gentleman. Good show, sir.
Wise move, Gatling. Now keep wise and don't try any tricks.
Glad you could make it, Blue Cowl. Everybody else is already here.
Here's what's going to happen. Dame Whipple is going to take Philby. Daltrey and Gatling, you two belong to me.
How could this be happening? We had it all planned. What am I paying you for, Gatling?
Nothing ever goes easy in Massachusetts, kid. See this guy, the Blue Cowl? Last time we met, he plugged me, right in the arm. 15 years, from Serbia to Bombay and everywhere in between. Nobody else ever managed that.
Then you owe him. Kill him now and then we can negotiate.
What I owe him is a beer. We're two of a kind, him and me.
Daltrey? Daltrey, are you in there?
What? No, I don't believe this.
Daltrey, there you are!
You shouldn't be here, whoever you are. It's very dangerous in here.
Daltrey, please, come with me. We'll take you away from here, someplace safe. We'll get you the best help money can buy.
Unhand me, woman. Don't touch me. This is serious business.
Oh, Daltrey.
Enough of this. Gatling, whatever that limey is paying you, I will double it. Kill him and the Blue Cowl. Leave the woman alive if you must, but I will have what's on that dirigible.
Nickel beer couldn't make me work with you again, Butter and Egg.
You're making promises that your wallet can't keep, Daltrey. I've seen to it that you're cut off from your family fortune.
So you think. See these, Gatling? The pearls and the brooch alone are worth more than he could possibly have.
Daltrey, those belong to Mother.
Mother is dead.
Oh, you...
What? You struck me.
Nice shot, sister. On that note, I'll be quitting this house of cards. Nobody move! I'll be riding that blimp solo.
Just a moment. How dare you try and run out on me? We have a deal.
Deal's off. I'm tired of spoiled rich kids.
Oh.
Stay here, all of you. He's not getting away this time.
Stand aside. I'm a doctor.
By the look of those running lights, the blimp is taking off. If he grabs one of the mooring lines, I'll never catch him. He's there! I've got to pour on the steam! There's the mooring line. If I jump... Ugh! Made it. Now, to climb. Made it. Never thought I'd end up hanging onto the outside of the gondola on a blimp. Now, where's Gatling? There he is. Give it up, Gatling. It's all over for you now.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
The men inside have been alerted by radio. If you break in, they'll kill you on sight. Let me take you in peacefully. It's your only way out.
There's one other way.
Don't even think about it. It's 200 feet down to Boston Harbor in the middle of a blizzard. It's suicide.
Don't worry, I'm not ready to die yet, Max. I still owe you that
Maxwell! I was worried sick. Look at you. You look like the wreck of the Hesperus.
I had a rough night.
Come, sit down.
Did Philby pull through?
He's recovering at Mass General under the watchful eye of Dame Commander Whipple. Gatling only shot him in the leg.
Strange man, Gatling. He only wounded the man on the airfield, too.
Did you have to kill him?
He jumped off the blimp into the harbor.
And he's dead.
No, he survived.
How do you know?
I would have survived. What about Daltrey?
I couldn't stop him.
A modern woman like you couldn't stop a boy like Daltrey?
Maxwell, I couldn't stop him.
Of course, I understand, darling. That's as it should be. I'm the one who makes the compromises.
I'll get you some Irish coffee. You're frozen to the bone.
In a minute. There's one more thing.
What is it? What's wrong?
The last thing that Gatling said before he jumped. He called me Max. He knows who I am.
Tune in next time for another thrilling chapter in the Blue Cowl's never-ending war against the enemies of law and order.
No man escapes justice. A life of crime leads to an early grave. The Blue Cowl has seen it all.
You'll have to...
Wow. Oh my god.
Damn.